Hari Om, SHRI RAMA GITA, verse 27. येगात्मगत्वा जगति न संभवेत् तदा जगल लक्षणता विरोधतः सोऽयं पदार्थ विवर्भागलक्षण युज्येत तत्त्वं पदयोरदोषतः. If you go to a mechanic shop, you will see there are a lot of spanners for tightening or loosening the screws. So the expert mechanic will say to his assistant, hey, you take spanner number 3. Then he will put the spanner and then he will loosen the nut or bolt or the screw. You cannot use a different spanner. Then it will go on rotating, nut will remain as it is. It cannot be loosened. Similarly, the Mahavakya Tattvamasi, there are different methods to understand it. Mainly 3 methods. First method is Jagati method. In this method, the meaning lies hidden in the sentence itself. The listener understands what is meant in that sentence. For example, if someone says, this example is given by Swami Chinmayananda. If someone says, my house is right on the sea, it does not mean it is literally on the sea, very close to sea, on the beach road. So from his house you can see the sea. The listener automatically understands all that. The second method is Ajagati method. Jagati, Ajagati. In this method, some words need to be added or subtracted to understand the meaning of the sentence. For example, if someone says, I am flying to London, it will not literally mean he will put wings on to him and then he will fly. Then immediately the person understands he is flying to London in flight. The person who hears this understands. He had some words and then understands it. This is Ajagati method. The third method is Bhaga Lakshna method. In this method, the person replaces certain things with other things to arrive at the correct meaning. For example, you could have seen in many marriages, nowadays it is very common because people after marriage they go to US. And when the first child is born, they come here. They do some function here and then they fly off. After 20 years, they again come for marriage of their son. So the people say, oh, you are so and so. I saw you when you were a baby, 6 months old baby or 1 year old baby. Then this fellow is 20 years now. In this case, the time, size, shape, etc. is replaced with the present time, size and shape. This method is called Bhaga Lakshna method or Jaga Ajaga method or Bhaga Tyaga method. In this case, the one who was seen as a baby, 1 year old baby, is now seen as 15 or 20-year-old adult. The adult is, who is this adult? He is the same baby who has grown up. Lord Rama says, to understand the meaning of Tattvamasi, this Bhaga Lakshana method is to be adopted. The infinite is appearing as finite. The Jiva and Ishwara are in essence nothing but the same self. In this method, that is the Bhaga Lakshana method, the contradictory factors, namely avidya of Jiva and Maya of Ishwara, are removed. Then a seeker understands that the self expressing itself through these two equipments manifesting itself as Jiva and Ishwara. That is one and the same essence. That is how this Bhaga Lakshna method helps a person, a seeker, to understand the Paramatma and Jivatma is one and the same self. Swami Chinmayananda says, pure Maya is sattvic. When it is disturbed by Rajas and muddled by Tamas, same words, I am not doing any this thing. Whatever words he has used, I am giving. When the Tamas is disturbed by Rajas, when this sattvic is disturbed by Rajas and muddled by Tamas, it becomes avidya. At the present moment, avidya is the equipment of seeker. When he quietens his mind and eliminates the rajas, that creates the misapprehension, and the tamas, that creates the non-apprehension, sattva increases in his inner equipment. When the process is continued, the mind becomes more quietened in its creative poise. Sattva by itself can never exist except in combination with rajas and tamas. When all rajas is removed, in that pure sattvic state, the non-apprehension created by tamas ends, and the individual goes beyond sattva to realize his own pure self. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. That is, so Lord Rama says in this verse, the method to be adopted is Bhaga Lakshna method. Once that is adopted, the seeker will understand the essence between Jiva and the Ishvara is one and the same. That is what Lord Rama says.
Ekatmagatva jagati na sambhavet tada jagal lakshanata virodadaham soyam padartha vibhaga lakshana yujyeda tattvam padayoradoshadaham.
Next verse tomorrow, Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpamastu.
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jai Jai Rama Ram. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jai Jai Rama Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Ram.